Oh, hey guys. Long time no see. How are you? We have a lot to catch up on. Honestly, don't even know where to begin. Oh, my back. Oh, we'll get to that. So, I am now a fully married woman. Which I already was, okay? I have been married for over a year and a half. If you're interested in kind of learning about our marriage in a pandemic, I can link that up above. Me and my husband had a COVID wedding, which was just the two of us, and then we actually just celebrated our actual wedding date that we had planned for the past 2.5 years with our family and friends on Sunday. I have been planning the wedding for so long. In the last like 6 weeks, you know, of a wedding plan are very stressful, and so I have been absent from YouTube. I've only been posting once a week, and we are definitely going to increase our posting now. And I just kind of wanted to fill you in on the wedding and how everything went, and then also do a little bit of makeup. I am sick. I don't have COVID. I got a PCR test and a rapid test. Both are negative, but right after the wedding I got sick, and apparently that's a pretty normal thing that happens after a large event. It's like your stress like builds up, and then right when it's over you get sick. So I've got a pretty gnarly cold, and on top of that I fell down the stairs. I had on these socks from Costco that have grippies on the bottom of them, so I assumed I can walk around the house in them, and I slipped halfway down the stairs and rammed straight into our doggy gate and ripped it out of the wall with my ass. So my back and lower back into the top of my butt are very bruised and very painful. So if I look uncomfortable in this video, it's because I simply am. I'll try and show you a photo, but honestly, I don't know if I can without showing you my crack. And you don't need to see my crack. You don't want to see my crack. It's bruised. It's bad. Thirdly, I got a haircut. So I don't know if you can tell from that far away, but I cut off a good 2 or 3 inches. Got a little color update as well. And, you know, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. If you are new here, quite the video to welcome you in with, but welcome to my channel. My name is Rudi. I talk more about makeup, skincare, fashion, lifestyle, all of that than these random update videos. But if you like what you see, I would love to have you subscribe. Because I'm not feeling well, I'm really not wanting to do too much makeup, but also because I'm not feeling well, I kind of just want to do my makeup because it's going to make me feel more like myself. And I think I'm going to try a few things that I just haven't had the chance to try in the past couple weeks. So we'll just call this kind of like playing with new makeup. So for foundation / coverage, which I already have on an SPF. I'm going to use the M Cosmetics Daydream Cushion. This was sent to me. This is an SPF cushion in SPF 50. It is a chemical sunscreen inside of this product, and it is in the shade light medium, which is pretty much my perfect shade. I will say I don't use these things. They don't work very well for me, so I think I'm gonna actually go in with a sponge and my brush to just kind of play around and see what we think. So yeah, the wedding happened. Honestly, it went so well. I was incredibly nervous the whole day and anxious, but I did everything that I could to really mitigate that anxiety beforehand. So for example, the wedding was in town, and I really wanted the wedding to be in town so that I would feel comfortable and like know where I am and what's going on, and that I wouldn't be like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be staying in a hotel. So the plan was I got an Airbnb for all of my bridesmaids. This is really pretty, by the way. And this is with a Merit Beauty brush. This actually won Best Makeup Tool from Allure's Best in Beauty for this year. It's like a really nice, thick foundation brush. I am going to go in with a regular Beauty Splendor sponge on the other side to see how it picks up as well. Ooh, I got a lot. So I got my bridesmaids an Airbnb that was really close to the venue and also close to my house. So I was very lucky that the venue that we picked was like literally 5 minutes from our house. And if you are a person with anxiety, I highly recommend you doing that as well. Not necessarily that it has to be like 5 minutes from your house, but that you find somewhere that's close to you, where you live or in the city that you live, so that you feel more comfortable having to deal with everything that comes with a wedding and having like a space where you feel comfortable and safe. I was going to actually stay with them the night before the wedding because my husband is sweet and traditional and was like, I want to like not see you until the day of. But as we got closer to, I really just didn't want to do that. I was feeling very anxious, and I knew that if I didn't sleep in my own bed, I wasn't gonna sleep. So I kind of made the decision to stay in my own bed with my husband the night before our wedding. Going in with my classic Tarte Hydro Sealer. You know I love this stuff. And you know it's crazy, I am planning on doing another like best makeup of 2021 just like I did last year for 2020, and this might still be my favorite concealer. I think it was last year as well. So I made that decision and everything went off without a hitch, honestly. There was a few bumps in the road and I'll talk about those, but they were mostly from my stomach and my anxiety. All the girls got in. The Airbnb was so beautiful and cute, and there was room for all of their significant others to stay with us as well. And I really just tried to make the schedule as like spacious as possible the day of, so that we would have time to kind of just relax and soak it in and not have to be like running around like a chicken without our head cut off. That's not the saying. Like a chicken with our head cut off. I feel like this looks pretty good. I have a huge zit right here. It just will not go away. So we had our rehearsal dinner at this really amazing restaurant in Nashville called Manja, and if you're ever here and you like Italian food, you should totally go. It's basically a restaurant during the normal days of the week, like Monday through Friday, and then on Saturdays, maybe Friday nights, they do something called a feast, where they have like a specific menu for the entire season of like spring, summer, fall, winter, and it's like, I'm not kidding, 7 courses. And we actually rented out the feast for our rehearsal dinner. So they do dancing, they do, you know, they covered all of our speeches and everything for us. It was just a really unique dinner, and I just couldn't recommend them enough. I was so happy with it. I also just got this recently. This is the Persona bronzer in the shade Dune. It's so soft. It kind of reminds me of the M Cosmetics ones, which I love so much. I'm planning on doing a full face of M Cosmetics because I feel like my video about their bronzers and blush just went viral on TikTok, and I have a lot of stuff from them and I love them, so I'll probably do a full face. This is in the shade Dude, and I actually got some of it cut out with my fingernail because it's me. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of lightly, put this down, which you guys know I don't love doing this, but we're being quick and easy today, and see how far this goes. I'm just gonna use the same brush I was using before to help blend. So we had, I think, 9 or 10 speeches throughout the night and dancing, and the food was incredible, and they really helped with my dietary restrictions. But at the end of the day, like, I have stomach problems. I have IBS. You guys know I just recently got a colonoscopy. Like, I just have always had stomach problems my whole life. So there was a part of me that was like fully expecting to get a stomach ache, but I was really gonna try and just like eat only a little bit of each like serving, so that by the time, that looks pretty, so that by the time I was like ready to leave, I'm not too full and like my dress actually zips up the next day. So I was just having like a couple bites of each serving, because honestly, it's literally 7 courses. There's a salad, 2 appetizers, 2 pastas, 2 meats, a plate of vegetables, and what else? 2 desserts. Like a full ass Italian feast. This blended beautifully. I really like this. And I knew that everyone really liked these. I just hadn't tried them before. Gorgeous. And I also thought this was going to be a little bit too cool toned for me based on the bullet, but I think it looks incredibly natural. So big fan, Persona, big fan. So we're getting through a lot of the speeches, and I think we have like 3 left. By the time I've had like 2, I've had like a salad, 2 pastas, like I'm pretty full already at this point. And I noticed that my stomach is just like, something's not feeling so great. I really want a very minimalistic look today, as I mentioned, and I just got these in the mail from this brand called Minori, and it's a very new brand, but the packaging and the products are stunning. They are potted products. I think I'll use their highlighter as well, so you can see. They sent a blush, a highlighter, and a lip gloss, and I gotta say, it looks a little bit scary in the actual pan, but it is like a very, very sheer, like glowy blush. So I'm super impressed. I'm gonna use this today as a blush. So my stomach is gurgling and churgling, and you know the feeling. And we're sitting there, and Reed's best friend, and basically our best man outside of Reed's brother, starts giving a speech, and he's like telling me how beautiful I am and how happy that I am in Reed's life. And it's like the sweetest speech of the night, like tearful. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up on the table. in the middle of his speech, God, this is like so me. This wouldn't be my life if this shit didn't happen. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well, in front of 50 people, got up and ran to the bathroom. In the middle of his speech! Like, I literally was like, ha ha ha, you know, it wouldn't be a party for me if I didn't get up to use the restroom. And I think everyone thought I was like going to have diarrhea, which, you know, that's an option, but it was actually gonna be barf. It was gonna go ahead and be throw up. Isn't that so pretty and just like this dusty, naturally pinky shade? I really like it. And that's in the shade Scarlet. The highlighter is the same pot, and this is in the shade Golden. I was a little bit nervous because it's like quite gold, but when I apply it with a brush, it looks super natural, and I really, really like it. So I'm in the bathroom, like trying to get myself to throw up while they are doing the speeches, and I almost start crying because I'm like, really, really, this is how it's gonna go for me this weekend? Like, already? It's not even the wedding yet. And my 2 maids of honor come in, and my mom comes in, and they're like, what's up? And I'm like, I feel like I had some dairy, and I just feel really sick. And so I have everybody leave except for my mom because she's a nurse and she just like knows what to do and what to say. And she's like, okay, like we're gonna throw up and then we're gonna go back out there. And I ended up not throwing up, which is great. And my stomach kind of felt better, and I just stopped. I didn't eat for the rest of the night, went back out, we did dancing, but I was still embarrassed, but I really tried to not let it ruin my entire night because there was nothing I could do in that moment. Like, I did what I had to do, and that's something that me and my therapist have talked about before. Like, I was afraid of those things happening with my stomach. I was afraid of passing out at the altar, which didn't happen, but just like all of these fears about my body physically, because I just am so delicate when it comes to everything and stress. And it was like, okay, so you went to the bathroom to get sick, you came back out and everything was fine. Like, don't let this tiny thing that happened define the entire weekend, which when I was in the bathroom, I was fully ready to be like, I can't do this. I can't make it through this like situation, but I did. And I always end up making it somehow, some way. And even though my body would rather me stay at home for the rest of my life and never leave my house, I continue to push myself and to make something out of my life. So I was very proud of myself for that. I think for my eyes, I'm literally just gonna go in with that stick that I use as my bronzer and just kind of, and just kind of blend that in. So Rita and I went back to our house afterwards. I think we got to bed by like midnight, which is actually not that bad for the night before your wedding, because usually I feel like people go out and like get drunk, and I was like, nope, almost threw up, can't do it. And because I was actually in my own bed, I actually slept. It was great. I had the whole next morning to myself. I felt really calm and at ease with everything because I was in my own room and in my own house. So don't let anyone tell you what you have to do on your big day. If you want to sleep at your house, sleep at your house. If you want to go have a destination wedding and not see your husband until your first look, do that. But just know that like the constructs of a wedding were made up by like a couple people years ago, and like you do not have to follow that by any means. So I went over to the Airbnb after kind of relaxing and having breakfast, and we got a couple hours together before our hair and makeup showed up. The girls looked absolutely amazing, and we got to spend all morning together before we went to the venue. And you know, the venue is absolutely stunning. It's called Riverwood Mansion, and it's like this beautiful indoor-outdoor space. And we had amazing weather randomly out of the blue. It was, I'm not kidding, like 75 to 80 degrees with sun. It was gorgeous, and I was feeling really good. I was like super happy after our first look because I was able to like fully see him and didn't have to like have the anxiety of the fact that I hadn't seen him yet. And our videographer and photographer was making us feel so comfortable, and we were just really happy. Quick note, this is a mascara that I talked about on my Instagram story, which quick plug, at the Rudi Berry. It's from a brand, it's a new brand called Sochi Beauty, and they are a refillable packaging company, makeup company. So their first and only product right now is their mascara, but they're working on creating packaging that is fully refillable. So this is where the actual, there you can see there, the actual packaging of the mascara comes out of this hole here. You just refill the inside and keep this outer packaging so you're not using so much waste. So it's a really interesting idea, and I can't wait to learn more about it. But beyond that, the actual wand itself is really nice, and I love the formula. Super, super thin, like synthetic wand, and if I'm gonna do synthetic wands, I like ones that are super thin and don't apply a ton of product. But keep in mind, I do have a lash lift and tint now. So before the wedding, I got a spray tan, a lash lift and tint, I got my eyebrows done, and that was it. I didn't want to do anything else. So really, I could rub dirt on my eyelashes right now and they would look good just because they're so lifted and so tinted. Like, look at this. This is one eye with the mascara and one without, and they don't even look that different because the lash lift was so good. So just keep that in mind. But although I really do like this mascara and I've used it on days when I don't have a lift and tint, and it works very well. The only problem with a lift and tint is that they are so lifted that I get mascara all over my eyeballs because my lashes are like, hello, dolly. I honestly don't know how much longer I can talk because my throat is killing me. So sometime between getting the pictures taken and the actual ceremony, I got really nervous, very panicky, and just like generally feeling anxious because we wrote our own vows, and that's a lot, even for someone like me who, you know, puts themselves out there on YouTube. Like, it was a lot for me to read how I feel about my husband to everyone I care about and love. So it went very well. Reed and I did not pass out. We cried a lot. Everybody else cried. A ice cream truck went by during the ceremony, which was so funny and cute and kind of lifted the mood because everybody was literally crying. I thought both of our vows were very beautiful, and we did get video. So once I get the video, or if it's uploaded to YouTube, of course I'll share it. And yeah, the ceremony went very well. Again, very panicky beforehand, but I think that's pretty normal even for a regular bride. But once I got out there with him, I felt a lot better than I did beforehand, where I was kind of freaking out. Then it was all fun from there. I mean, we had an amazing band. We had a photo booth. The venue was gorgeous. The food was really good. Reed and I had a chance to dance with everybody, which was really fun because I feel like a lot of times brides and grooms don't actually get to like go to their wedding. And that was something that we really wanted to do. So we were able to get in a few pictures that we needed to take during our cocktail hour, and then we got to go to our cocktail hour and have our hors d'oeuvres that we picked out and do everything we wanted to do and actually be in attendance at our wedding, which I feel like doesn't happen very often, and it was just really special. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna go in with the In Beauty Project Lip Glaze number 2. This is my favorite one. It's like the berry shade. It's just really nice and hydrating. Smells good, looks good. We danced the night away. I don't even have that many pictures, to be honest, because I wasn't taking them, and I have like pictures from people's phones, but I cannot wait to get the official pictures. I know it's probably gonna take a while because it always does. But once I get them, I think we can do a video and kind of like go through them together if you'd want. And then afterwards we went out to the bar that we met. It's called Kung Fu Saloon, and like all of my friends came from different walks of life, and we all got to hang out and do karaoke together for literally hours. It was so fun to just like be with everybody and be partying, and we were there all night. It was a blast. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush. This is the Magic Hour Heaven's Glow Magic Hour blush from M Cosmetics. It's stunning. You know, I'm not a huge fan of powder blushes anymore, but this one, there's something very special about it. Also, if you like the wedding makeup that I had on, I did it myself, and I do have a tutorial of that makeup, and I can link up above, and I basically just followed it myself the day of, which was pretty fun. So basically since then, I took off a few extra days from work. I got my hair cut and colored because it was time for a chop. I fell down the stairs and I got sick, and here we are. I'm still feeling pretty gross, and I don't want to do that much, but I also have been really wanting to get back to filming on YouTube. I know that I've kind of been MIA and not posting as much as usual, and I'm sorry for that because you guys are my OG people. Like, I was on YouTube way before I was on anything else, and it's my favorite place to post. So I have a lot of fun ideas coming up. I'm thinking like we do Sephora sale, what's in my cart. We do my holiday kits that I think are worth purchasing from Sephora for the year. We're gonna do October favorites and flops. Should I do Vlogmas this year? That might be actually insane because I am going on my honeymoon this December. I just have a lot of great ideas. I'm super excited to be here with you guys and give you some skin updates and life updates, and you know, I always want to make videos that you want me to make, so let me know down below what you'd like to see from me for the rest of the year and into 2022, because I'm not stopping anytime soon. If anything, I'm kicking up more now that the wedding is over, but I just need a little bit of time to heal my ass and my throat because I'm tired and I just need a little bit of time. So thank you for letting me have that time. I will be back better than ever very soon. And if you want to keep up with me day to day, you can always follow me on Instagram. I post on my stories all the time and I love interacting with you guys there. It's at the Rudi Berry, and I will see you guys in the next video really soon.